Welcome to Sunday Springboard. I'm Melanie with Kimberlin Coaching, and I help strong women move forward boldly and joyfully after experiencing major life transitions. If you'll remember, last week we were doing an introduction to levels of energy. I told you that I'm a core energy coach, and as such, we see the world in different levels of energy. That may be a little woo-woo for you. So another way of looking at that is the lens through which we see the world. How do we interpret the world? How do we interpret ourselves within the world? So whichever way makes you feel better, think of it that way. I'm going to talk about levels of energy. And as a reminder, all the different levels are normal. They are different emotions, different feelings for different times of our life. Remember, we talked about two kinds of energy. One is catabolic, one is anabolic. The catabolic one are the lower levels, and they tear down, they're destructive. Although it's normal to feel these lower levels, if we live there for any length of time, our body starts feeling it. We start feeling it. And you know this. Like when you lose a loved one and you're going through the grief and the funeral and all that, you know how you're just weary. It wears you out. When you go through a lot of stress, it wears you out. You're just tired. And so these levels of energy are normal, but what we want to do is we want to be aware of what we're feeling right now and be able to decide, is this serving me right now? If it is, stay in it. If I've just lost someone and I'm grieving, it is appropriate and serving me to continue grieving and process that grieving. If I try to move out of it too quickly, I'm not serving myself. But if I have been in this spot for many years or many months or whatever, and it doesn't feel good anymore, don't like the way this feels, I believe that it's time to move on, then I can take some action to try to change the energy that I'm feeling. So today we're going to talk about level 1. Level 1 is catabolic energy. Level 1 makes you tired, makes you frustrated. Someone with level 1 is experiencing a lot of sadness, a lot of depression. The core thought, and this will help you remember this, is I lose. Why does everything happen to me? I can't ever do anything right. I shouldn't expect anything different, right? Anything I touch goes wrong. I just can't, I can't ever do anything right. We're feeling guilt, we're feeling self-doubt, we don't believe in ourselves, we are worried, we're feeling fear, embarrassment, and then we feel hopeless. What's the use of even trying? Nothing's ever going to change. Nothing ever goes right for me, so why do I even change? Or why do I even try? And this often is accompanied with low self-esteem. I'm focused on me. I'm focused on me and everything that happens in my world. I'm not everything, but most of the things that happen, I'm going to judge them as, oh, I should have known. Nothing ever goes right for me. Life is not fair. On and on and on. Okay, now I'm kind of over-exaggerating that. We can feel some level 1 at many different times, and it's not necessarily to that depth. But if I'm feeling that all day long and every day, you can see how this is going to be breaking me down. It's destructive for a length of time, and it's not something that is probably going to be good for me. So another some other thoughts about level 1 is I feel like I'm a victim when I'm in level 1. I am at the mercy of the world. I'm at the mercy of the events that are happening, my thoughts, my beliefs. Like I said before, there are no options, right? I have to do this. I have to take care of so-and-so. I have to do this. In level 1, I'm just at the mercy of the world. And as I said, it's a normal thing, and we often are going to feel that it's in any certain time. But if you're feeling this way all the time, and you're feeling like you're just depressed and sad and all, then you might decide, I don't want to feel like this forever. And there are ways that you can take action, you can get help. There are things that you can do that will help yourself move along. And if you feel like you need more help, obviously you can, if you have a friend you can talk to, you can consider hiring me as your coach. This is the kind of thing I work on as a core energy leader, core energy coach. Hang on, I've got some notes here of some things you can do on your own to help you out with this level 1. And I'm not finding them, so I'm just going to tell you off the top of my head. One of the things that is really good, you remember I've talked about this before, is the writing. So write about things. When I feel like I'm totally at the mercy of something else, write about it and question yourself. I have no option here. How true is that? How true is that? Do I truly have no options? This always happens to me. How true is that? Does it really always happen to me? Nothing good in my life. How true is that? Is there truly nothing good in your life? So question these things that you're thinking that are negative and sad and making you feel so bad. Do that gratitude list in the morning. Through the day, look for good things. Sometimes these beliefs, if they're very ingrained, they come from our past. We call them gremlins. These are actually, it's parts of our brain that's trying to protect us, but it doesn't do a very good job. So this gremlin could be saying, you're never going to be able to do that, so don't try. It's trying to protect you, right? Don't try this because you might fail. And one of the things that happens when we are experiencing level 1 is that we don't do things. We don't have any energy for it. We feel sad and depressed, but we don't do things because we're afraid we're going to fail, or we know we're going to fail. And so that's one of the things that happens when we're in level 1 is we just we lay around on the couch, or we have trouble getting out of bed. Now, if you are experiencing this to a very strong degree and you truly can't get out of bed, then you may need some therapy. You may need some deeper level things that a coach can give you. But if you're doing okay, but you're just struggling to move out of this negative mindset, then you could use a coach, or you could work on these things yourself or with a friend. I think that's all I want to say about level 1 right now. What I would like for you to do is during this next week, watch yourself and see, where am I experiencing level 1? Where am I feeling sad? Where am I feeling hopeless? Where am I feeling at the mercy of the world around me? And maybe make a list of that. Notice when the people around you are feeling that way. Those of you who are Christians, if you read the Psalms, I guess you could be a Jewish and read the Psalms also, but if you read the Bible, in the Psalms, David, he is experiencing a lot of level 1 many times. He's saying, oh, I'm in the pits. When are you ever going to help me? The world is against me. I'm never going to be happy again. And then he works through it, and he does find joy. And so you can find joy. We don't expect to feel joy every minute, and there are times that it is totally appropriate in serving us to feel the level 1 energy. So I really want to emphasize that this isn't something that we're saying this is bad and I want to try to move quickly out of it. It's just, is this serving me right now? Is this helping me? Is this a good place for me to be right now? If it's not a good place, then take some action, do some work, ask for some help. If you want to talk to me about it, right now the best way to do that is to go to my Facebook page and message me, and I will contact you and we can talk and have a conversation. All right, have a good week. Notice when you're experiencing level 1, and I will talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.